here, Snoqualmie, tons of opportunity located right along I-90. You have a great draw with the falls there, and then plus the natural environment around. And I think it's done a great job of building and considering both the built and the natural environment. So I think that's a big draw here.
I like to think that we provide a pretty high level of service compared to other departments, maybe even other cities. The experiences that we gather at the department, in my opinion, excels what I've seen in my past employment. I mean, I've touched so many things that I'm constantly learning. We're constantly learning. We're constantly applying those things we learned to better ourselves and better our departments.
Welcome to our office. Yeah, no, it's enough said on that front. Yeah, no, it's beautiful, great community, overall. A growing department for sure. 38 parks and counting. How many miles of this trail, Phil?
40.
30?
Yeah.
30?
Yeah.
30 miles of trail, so work keeps piling up. It's definitely job security, but in a good way. We're getting to the place where we have to choose what doesn't get done. There's just so much there. We have so much on our plate. We can't eat it all. So going forward, we'll try to do our best, but it's getting to that place of priorities. Playgrounds, 28, 29, and counting playgrounds, maintaining plus replacement. As communities come to expect a certain standard again, and can we maintain that?
As compared to other cities, our fleet department is probably one of the best as far as replacements and staying on top of maintenance and things like that. So for return, or actually recouping our money, making a customer service based type operation, we're top notch. Facility side's the same way. As far as maintenance and the building repairs and things like that, we're on top of all of that stuff. It's just how we fund it, basically. So comparing a $30,000-$40,000 vehicle to a multi-million-dollar facility, how much you can't physically in a budget put away hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to recoup that money. So that's where we kind of struggle and how we do that.
The city actually is proactive in the work that in providing us the funds and the resources of what we need to do our jobs. If this was a place where they didn't supply the funding to do the job right and keep the infrastructure going, would be a very exciting place to work.
Part of it for me is just the sense of community, growing up here and just taking a sense of pride of taking care of the things that you've lived for years.
I like working here because, growing up in a small town in eastern Washington, it kind of has the same feel, here in Snoqualmie. It's got a small town feel, and the people are overly nice. They're actually nice to talk to, and you don't have a lot of negative attitudes wandering around you while you're doing your work. The biggest concern for me is that you keep, we got through what they called the fiscal cliff, and now that the housing is slowing down, the building of the housing, it kind of puts where we're going to go from here. We don't have the funding from all the new houses being built. Where exactly, is the money going to come from for me to keep my job and for him to keep his job, and it's just, what exactly is going to happen after all the new houses are built? Where do we go from there?
It's really good right now.
Better than it's ever been.
Better than it's ever been. We've had some personnel changes, and everything's been really positive. We've hired a few more people, and we're getting to the level that we almost need to be at as far as where we think we can respond safely to all the calls. We're not there yet, but we're really close. But as far as hiring the new chief and getting some new people, new really good qualified people on, it is better than it's ever been. Yeah, people really like working here. It's nice.
Sometimes we don't have as many firemen on duty as we need, and so if there's a time there's only 2 of us on duty, be it because someone else called in sick or took the day off, or we don't have any volunteer staffing that day, or we just sent the aid car out on a transport, it's those moments where there's only 2 of us working, that's when those big calls are going to come in. It seems like that's what makes us nervous.
I was struck immediately, and even before I came to this department, it was in fact one of the reasons I came here, by the attention to training and that patrol is properly equipped and that they're competent with the equipment that they have. And we do a good job of it. We have our own range. It's nice to be able to do that. We're in our DT room right now. Not all departments have that type of space set aside for training like that. So it's good, and it shows in the confidence level of the officers that they understand how they're going to react in situations. They have the skills to handle stressful situations, and that affects their ability to be compassionate because they know that they can handle what's going on.
In 2008, I think we were right around 10 or 11,000 people in Snoqualmie, and now we're between both cities getting close to 20,000. And the department has got to grow with it, and both these cities are still growing rapidly, and the cities need to understand that they have to grow the department as the cities grow. There's, when there's more people out there, there's more need for services. So, and different things that we haven't had in the past, we're going to have to start looking at, things like full-time detectives and things like that, these time-consuming things that require just personnel. They require more people. So.